Hey there guys, Reckon here, and welcome back to Doom. This is E3M3 Pandemonium. You can see that the video is really long, and that is partially to do with the fact that you could consider this, at least in my case, the transitional level between rough start and doing okay. There's a good portion of this level is me trying to get away from enemies because I don't want to get killed. Because I end up running out of ammo. I don't feel like punching things in the face. Because as you can see, I've got like barely any bullets left. I have no shotgun ammo. So, gotta be careful. I do resort to using the fists sometimes, but there are a couple enemies in this level that you really don't want to do that with. One of which being that right there. It's not a good idea to get into a fist fight with a cacodemon, no matter how happy they may seem to see you. They're really just happy to kill you. This is the point where I'm like, alright, well, not going that way. Until I find that, then I'm like, oh, I can totally go that way. If I'm careful. Alright, so now the big threat for the moment is out of the way, so now I am more or less free to go in this general direction. And gather as much ammo as possible without wasting as much ammo as possible. I have to use it wisely. And luckily there's a little bit more ammo here. Now if I were playing on Nightmare, ammo wouldn't particularly be an issue. As on both I Don't Want to Die difficulty, or the lowest difficulty, and Nightmare, the highest difficulty, you pick up double ammo. And there's a good reason for both. If you're playing on I Don't Want to Die difficulty, you're most likely not taking the game seriously, and you'd probably be scared shitless if you saw that Baron of Hell walking at you. So, or you just want to take a casual romp through Doom, whatever suits you. So you're gonna want to kill things kind of the way that you want to, and with double ammo, you can more or less do that. You don't have to ration it wisely. You just run through the game using nothing but the rocket launcher, or the shotgun, or the plasma gun, or whatever you want to use, because you'd have twice the ammo. Nothing to worry about. Or on Nightmare, you need double the ammo because the enemies don't stay dead. And I think I've mentioned this before, but on Nightmare, enemies have the capability of respawning. Maybe not all of them do, but the vast majority of enemies can respawn. So you kind of need the double ammo. So going for 100% kills on Nightmare, I assume would be pretty easy. Or it might be really difficult, depending on how it gets calculated. Because I think all the levels have a set value for how many monsters it's supposed to have. So, should you exceed that number, you then start going into above 100%. Which is very possible on levels where Lost Souls are, they're a lot. I can't think of the proper word. Basically, if Lost Souls have a large presence in the level, or things that would spawn, more or less things that would spawn Lost Souls, if they have a large presence in a level, they can artificially raise the monster count, and therefore raise the end of level kill percentage above 100%. However, such an enemy does not exist in Doom 1. So you can't really do that. A little bit of a jump in the recording, and there were technical difficulties, so I don't really remember what I was talking about, but pretty sure it had something to do with the fact that there's not an enemy in this game that spawns Lost Souls, so getting above 100% kills is, I think, more or less impossible in the first game. So it's possible in the second game. That's all I'm going to say. But as you can see, we're really low on ammo, and we run into a cacodemon and some lost souls, so that's always a good thing. And if you've spotted it, there's a berserk box moderately in range. And with how little health, or, well, I guess health is a viable word to use there too. With the amount of ammo I seem to be finding, having berserk on for this level wouldn't be a bad idea, at least for some of the little stuff. That way I don't have to particularly shoot it. But I have to get to it first, and it's more or less being guarded by a cacodemon or the pit of lava that I would have to run across. So, I gotta choose carefully, because if I don't, I'll get hit in the face with a fire or a lightning ball and then just take way too much damage. Like, that was probably an imp fireball that did 9% damage. That's not good. It's not good. So of course I run back up here in hopes that there's health or ammo up here or something. And again, I'm being cautious because one wrong step and I fall into dead. Like, that was a bit frightening. I guess frightening isn't really the word I'd use there. Taking 14% health and 14% armor is not really a good thing. So yeah. So it seems that what I read years back is actually true. That having a mega armor on actually splits the damage 50-50 between health and armor, which is interesting. So I'm pretty sure that's how it works. And the regular green armor actually does not do that. Though I could be wrong. And then of course, I have to take more health damage because that was a floor that makes you go ow. Because, you know, that's the adult word that you would use for that. Floor that makes you go ow. True adult language there. I believe, if this, yes, I believe we're about to run into a new weapon, actually. I think it's somewhere in here. Again, this floor does hurt you, but there's a certain special item hidden somewhere in all this stuff that makes you not feel good. That's even better adult language. Stuff that doesn't make you feel good. So grab the supercharge, run across here, and pick up the BFG 9000. Oh, yes. Yes, every time you pick up the BFG 9000, the game says that. Oh, yes. With good reason. Another slight bump in the recording, because I thought I was having audio difficulties. But yes, we've picked up the BFG 9000. Oh, yes. And, like I had just said, every time you pick up a BFG 9000, oh, yes. The game will say, oh, yes. With very good reason. The BFG 9000 is the strongest weapon in the game by far. As you could see, as it took down that Baron of Hell in one shot. The BFG 9000 is another cell weapon that uses 40 cells in one shot and creates a gigantic-ass explosion. And in addition to the giant-ass explosion, it will also damage anything else on... Like, it has a certain way that it works. I remember thinking that it was just anything nearby got hit, which still is pretty goddamn fantastic. But as it turns out, I believe, from what I've seen in different media sources, is that apparently it hits everything that is in your line of sight. Meaning everything that you currently see on screen when you fire it and it hits something will get hit. And the closer they are to the actual epicenter of the annihilation of anything that ball just hit, the more damage they'll take. Now you might be wondering, well, Rek, what could BFG 9000 possibly mean? Well, in case you couldn't tell, BFG is a acronym for the words big fucking gun. That's all it means. The BFG 9000 is the big fucking gun 9000. And it is a pretty goddamn big gun, and it is pretty fucking good. And it is a very, very useful gun. And it does a lot of damage. You can kill a cyber demon, I think, in like 2 shots with it. Baron of Hell in 1. That's saying something about its power, because I said in a previous episode, the cyber demon episode, if I remember correctly, that a cyber demon has 4 times the health of Baron of Hell, which is 1,000. If a BFG 9000 can take down a Baron of Hell in 1 shot, can you imagine how much firepower that thing must be packing? Holy jumping fucking shitballs is the correct answer, by the way. And to think that a BFG 9000 could potentially kill a cyber demon in 2 shots? Again, the correct answer to how much damage that would do would be holy jumping fucking shitballs. Just in case you weren't aware. The BFG 9000 is goddamn powerful. And as I've also said before, it takes about 5 rockets to take down a Baron of Hell. So by that logic, the ball from BFG 9000 is at least 5 times more powerful than a rocket. At least. But also, as I stated in the Cyber Demon episode, the Cyber Demon does not take splash damage. Meaning that you would think it would take 20 rockets to kill a Cyber Demon, but it actually takes about 45. Unless you use the BFG, which, as I stated, and there's the Cacodemon that I believe that's the Cacodemon I lost before, that wandered all the way up there, somehow. Because they kind of go on autopilot when you disappear, and they'll find a way to get to you. And it's weird the paths that they take. But if it takes about 45 rockets to take down a Cyber Demon, and 2 shots to take it down with a BFG, again, you have to just marvel at how much firepower that goddamn thing must have. The BFG is a hell of a weapon. But you gotta use it sparingly, as it uses 40 of your cells in 1 shot. And you can miss. But all you really have to do is keep your target in your sights. As long as the ball hits like a wall, and you still see the target that you meant to hit with the giant-ass green ball, it'll still take damage from it. So, BFG 9000. Tremendously overpowered. Does not need nerf. Does not need nerf. But that is Pandemonium down, and it took a while, but we should be well